Job 39. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yah is short for YahWeh, YahWeh, Yod-He, Vav-He. There's no difference. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. What is a difference and does matter is when people say that Phil, Bob, Sam, and Adam are the same name, because they're not, and no one in their right mind would ever believe that. And there is no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic texts, because the letter J is about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. In a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua, and I strongly believe that the son of Elohim's name, Yehoshua, means Yahweh is salvation. Job 39. Do you know the time when the wild mountain goats bear young? Or do you observe when the deer gives birth? Do you number the months they complete? Or do you know the time when they bear young? They bow down, they bring forth their young, their labor pains are ended, their young ones are thriving, they grow up in the field, they shall leave and shall not return to them. Who set the wild donkey free, who loosed the bonds of the wild donkey, whose home I have made the desert, and the salt land his dwelling. He laughs at the commotion of the city. He does not hear the shouts of the driver. The range of the mountains is his pasture, and he searches for all that is green. Would the wild ox be pleased to serve you, or spend the night by your feeding trough? Do you bind the wild ox in the furrow with ropes? Would he plow the valleys behind you? Would you rely on his great strength, or would you leave your labor to him? Would you trust him to bring home your grain and gather it to your threshing floor? The wings of the ostrich flap joyously, but it is not the pinion and plumage of a stork. Pinion is Pinion, and plumage is Plumage of a stork, Stork. Pretty sure it's a type of bird. I've heard it a few times in the Bible, so I think it's a type of bird. Again, I keep forgetting to look this stuff up because I'm just reading. And I'll say right now, as I said before, I'll look it up later. And then I'll forget, and then I'll be reading it in the Bible, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. Anyways, she leaves her eggs on the ground and warms them in the dust, and she forgets what a foot might crush them, that a foot might crush them, or a wild beast tread on them. She treats her young harshly, as if not hers. Her toil is in vain without fear, because Eloah has made her forget wisdom, and did not endow her with understanding. Endow is Endow. Endow her with understanding. When she lifts herself on high, she laughs at the horse and its rider. Have you given the horse strength? Have you covered his neck with a mane? With a mane? You know, like a lion mane? The thing goes around their head. Mane. Not mane as in main entrance, but mane as in that nice, fluffy piece of hair that slinks around their face. I want to get in there, grab a lion by their fluff, and just start scrubbing with my fingers. Ooh, it's so cute. Anyways. Where am I? When she lifts herself on high, she laughs at the horse and its rider. Have you given the horse strength? Have you covered his neck with a mane? Would you make him leap like a locust? His splendid snorting is frightening. He paws in the valley and rejoices in strength. He gallops into the clash of arms. He laughs at fear and is not frightened. Nor does he turn back from the sword. The quiver rattles against him, the glittering spear and lance. He eats up the ground with fierceness and rage, and he does not stand still because of a voice of a shofar. At the blast of the shofar he says, Aha, and from afar he smells the battle, the thunder of commanders and shouting. Thus the hawk fly by your wisdom, spreading its wings toward the south. Does the eagle mount up at your mouth? Does the eagle mount up at your mouth and make its nest on high? It dwells on the rock and lodges on the crag, on the crag, crag of the rock, and the stronghold. From there it searches out the prey, its eyes see it from afar, and its young ones suck up blood, and where the slain are, there it is. Interesting.